Somewhere in a garage right now, a Hyundai owner is standing over a dead battery with a jump starter box in their hands, feeling relieved they finally bought one. What they do not know is that the box they are holding might be the exact reason their car ends up at the dealership with a fried control module a few months from now. This is not a scare tactic. Mechanics who work on Hyundai vehicles every single day keep seeing the same pattern. A customer buys a cheap jump starter online because it had the most stars and the lowest price, uses it once or twice, and then months later brings the car in with electrical gremlins that make no sense until the technician asks one simple question. What did you use to jump it last time? Modern Hyundai models are loaded with sensitive electronics, from the engine control unit to the smart key system to the infotainment computer, all of which sit directly on the same electrical circuit that a jump starter connects to. A poorly regulated jump starter does not just give your battery a boost. It can send a voltage spike straight through that circuit and into components that cost far more to replace than the jump starter itself ever cost to buy. So before you grab whichever box shows up first in a search result, stick around, because brand number 4 on this list is sitting in more glove compartments than any other, and it has caused more dealership visits than owners realize. None of this means you should avoid keeping a jump starter in your Hyundai altogether. A reliable one is genuinely one of the smartest things you can carry in your trunk. The issue has never been the idea of owning a jump starter. It has always been which one ends up in your hands during a rushed decision at a checkout screen, and that is exactly what the next few minutes are going to fix. Brand 1, the bargain bin no name. Picture scrolling through an online marketplace late at night, sorting by price, and grabbing the cheapest jump starter on the page because it promises the same peak amperage as everything else for a fraction of the cost. The problem is that a jump starter with no established manufacturer behind it almost never includes real internal voltage regulation. That peak amperage number on the box is frequently exaggerated far beyond what the unit can actually deliver safely, and without proper regulation, connecting it to a modern Hyundai can send an unstable surge straight into the car's electrical system the moment the clamps make contact. That surge does not always kill the battery on the spot. More often, it quietly stresses the engine control unit or the body control module, components that can run anywhere from several hundred to well over $1,000 to replace once they finally fail for good. The fix is simple. Only buy from a manufacturer with an actual name, a real customer support line, and published third-party safety certifications, not just a listing with a generic brand name that changes every few months. It is worth remembering that a genuine manufacturer has a reputation to protect, which means their internal components go through actual testing before they ever reach a shelf. A brand with no name behind it has nothing at stake if your Hyundai's electronics get damaged, and that difference in accountability is exactly why the price gap exists in the first place. Skipping that no-name box for something traceable is the easiest safety decision on this entire list. But the next brand on here is even sneakier because it looks completely professional at first glance. Brand 2, the Rebranded import clone. Imagine buying a jump starter with a sleek case, a confident-looking logo, and a 5-star rating, only to find out later that the exact same internal components show up under a dozen different brand names, all manufactured in the same overseas facility with zero consistency in quality control. The danger here is that these rebranded clones often skip the internal safeguards that name brand manufacturers include as standard, specifically spark-proof technology and reverse polarity protection. Without those safeguards, a single incorrect clamp connection, something that happens more often than people admit, can send a reversed current directly into your Hyundai's electrical system, instantly damaging the onboard computer that manages fuel injection and ignition timing. That kind of damage typically is not covered under any warranty, because the clone brand disappears and relaunches under a new name every few months, leaving no one to actually stand behind the product. The fix is checking whether the company has an actual verifiable history, real physical addresses, and consistent branding over multiple years, rather than a name that appears to have popped up overnight. A quick search of the exact model number, along with the word "reviews," often reveals a trail of identical complaints filed under completely different brand names, which is usually the clearest sign you are looking at a rebranded clone rather than an original product. A few extra minutes of research before buying protects you from a problem that could take your Hyundai off the road for days. Up next is a brand that mechanics specifically flag for a different reason entirely, one that has nothing to do with cheap components. Brand 3, the Oversized Amperage Overkill Unit. Think about walking into a store and seeing two jump starters side by side, one rated for a normal passenger vehicle and one boasting enough amperage to jump a commercial diesel truck, and assuming bigger obviously means better protection for your Hyundai. The issue is that a jump starter built for massive diesel engines delivers far more current than a Hyundai's electrical system is designed to handle in a single burst. Instead of gently supporting the battery, an oversized unit can slam the system with more amperage than the wiring and sensitive modules were ever built to absorb, especially on smaller Hyundai models with less robust electrical architecture. That kind of overload can degrade wiring insulation over repeated use in stress components like the alternator and battery sensor, leading to intermittent electrical issues that are notoriously difficult and expensive to diagnose. The fix is matching the jump starter's rated output to your specific vehicle, rather than assuming more power is automatically safer. Most Hyundai owners' manuals list a recommended amperage range, and staying within it protects the system instead of overwhelming it. Bigger is only better when it actually matches what your specific engine needs. And for the overwhelming majority of Hyundai sedans, hatchbacks, and even mid-size SUVs, that means a far smaller unit than the flashiest option on the shelf. Choosing the right size over the biggest number on the shelf is a small decision with a big impact. The next brand on this list fails in the opposite direction, by not delivering nearly what it claims. If this is the kind of thing you wish someone had told you before you bought your last jump starter, go ahead and subscribe now. This channel breaks down exactly what protects your Hyundai and what quietly damages it, and you do not want to miss the rest of this list. Brand 4. The under-delivering bestseller. Picture the jump starter sitting in more glove compartments than almost any other, the one that shows up first in nearly every search because of years of marketing and a mountain of reviews, most of them from people who never actually stress-tested the unit. The hidden problem with this particular bestseller is a consistent gap between its advertised peak amperage and what independent testing has repeatedly shown it actually delivers. When a jump starter underdelivers, drivers often end up holding the clamps in place longer than intended, repeatedly attempting to start the engine, which creates repeated partial voltage cycles through the Hyundai's electrical system, instead of one clean, complete jump. Those repeated partial cycles are exactly what create the intermittent electrical issues mechanics see weeks later, issues that are maddening to diagnose because they do not point back to any single dramatic failure. The fix is checking independent, non-sponsored test results for actual delivered amperage rather than trusting the number printed on the box, and avoiding repeated jump attempts if the first one does not fully start the engine. If the engine does not turn over on the first solid attempt, the smarter move is disconnecting entirely, letting the unit rest, and trying again rather than holding the clamps in place through several failed cranks in a row. That single habit of not repeatedly cycling a weak jump starter can prevent the exact kind of slow electrical damage this brand is known for. The next one on this list has a completely different problem, hiding in how it is actually built. Brand 5. The missing certification budget line. Imagine picking up a jump starter from a budget line that looks nearly identical to a trusted, well-known brand, assuming that because the packaging looks familiar, the internal safety standards must be the same as well. The problem is that budget lines from otherwise reputable companies sometimes cut costs specifically on internal safety certifications, skipping independent testing for things like short-circuit protection and thermal shutoff, features that prevent the unit from overheating and damaging both itself and your Hyundai's electrical system during a jump. Without thermal shutoff protection specifically, a jump starter can continue pushing current even as internal components overheat, creating an unstable connection that can spike voltage unpredictably right as your Hyundai's computer is drawing power to start the engine. The fix is looking for actual certification markings on the box itself, not just trusting the parent company's overall reputation, since budget lines frequently do not carry the same certifications as their flagship products. Checking for that certification takes seconds and can be the difference between a clean jump and a damaged module. The next brand on this list fails for a reason that has nothing to do with the unit itself, and everything to do with age. Brand 6. The aging discontinued model. Think about finding a great deal on an older jump starter model at a discount store or secondhand marketplace, one that technically still works and holds a charge, so it seems like a perfectly reasonable purchase. The problem with aging discontinued jump starter models is that internal lithium battery cells degrade over time even when the unit is not being used. and that degradation frequently affects the internal voltage regulation circuitry as well. A jump starter that once delivered a clean, stable charge when it was new can deliver an increasingly unstable one as its internal components age, without any visible sign on the outside of the unit. Connecting an aging, unstable unit to your Hyundai means you have no reliable way of knowing whether that particular jump will be clean or erratic. And erratic voltage delivery is exactly what stresses sensitive onboard computers over repeated use. The fix is checking the manufacture date, not just the condition of the casing, and avoiding jump starters more than a few years old, regardless of how new they look on the outside. A quick check of the manufacture date can save you from an invisible risk hiding inside a perfectly good-looking case. That brings us to the final brand on this list, and it is one that fails owners in the most avoidable way possible. Brand 7. The instruction-free import. Picture unboxing a jump starter that arrives with a single folded sheet of poorly translated instructions, or in some cases, no real instructions at all, leaving you to simply guess at which clamp goes where based on color alone. The danger here is not the hardware itself, but the near-total absence of clear guidance on connection order, something that matters immensely on modern Hyundai models, where connecting the clamps in the wrong sequence can send a damaging reverse current through the electrical system before the built-in safety features, if there even are any, have a chance to react. Owners following vague or missing instructions are far more likely to make a connection mistake, and that single mistake can be the exact moment a control module gets fried, resulting in repair bills that dwarf whatever was spent on the jump starter itself. The fix is refusing to use any jump starter that does not come with clear, specific vehicle-relevant instructions, and when in doubt, following the connection order listed in your Hyundai's own owner's manual instead of whatever came in the box. That one habit of following your car's actual manual, rather than a vague insert, can prevent the most common and most avoidable mistake on this entire list. The bottom line. Here is the uncomfortable truth about most of these jump starter brands. None of them advertise themselves as dangerous. They advertise themselves as convenient, compact, and cheap. And on the surface, that is exactly what they are. The danger is never printed on the box. It shows up months later in a diagnostic report, long after the receipt has been thrown away and the connection between the two has been completely forgotten. The pattern mechanics see over and over is not really about one bad brand ruining one bad day. It is about owners trusting a device with their car's electrical system without ever checking whether that device was built to protect it. A jump starter without reverse polarity protection, without proper voltage regulation, or without a real amperage rating is not saving you money. It is simply moving the cost from today to a future dealership bill that will be far larger than what you would have spent on a jump starter built the right way. The fix has never required spending a fortune. It requires reading past the star rating and actually checking for the handful of protections that matter: spark-proof clamps, verified reverse polarity protection, and an accurate published amperage rating from a company that stands behind the product. That is the entire difference between a tool that saves your morning and a tool that quietly shortens the life of your Hyundai's electronics. So, the next time your battery dies and you reach for whatever jump starter is closest, take the extra 30 seconds to think about what is actually sitting between that box and your car's computer. Your Hyundai will not tell you it was damaged the moment it happens. It will tell you weeks later in a language of warning lights and expensive repair estimates. And by then, the jump starter that caused it will already be long forgotten in the trunk. Owning a Hyundai does not mean living in fear of a dead battery. It means being just informed enough to reach for the right tool instead of the first one you see. That single shift in habit is worth more to your car's long-term health than almost any other maintenance decision you will make this year.